Smackdown, Smackdown. What do I have to say about Smackdown? Was it better than Raw last night? To an extent, maybe. Well, number one, there was a lot of things on SmackDown that were different. Well, I wouldn't say everything, but some parts. As the Royal Rumble winner himself, Shinsuke Nakamura, came out. One thing I should add, and this has to do with kind of later on with the Usos. When Nakamura was making his entrance, they had these Rockstar letters kind of spelled across the screen, like real large, as he did his entrance, which I thought was kind of like, did we really need like really large text letters going by the screen? It's like when they added that pyro sound in his music, which didn't make a lot of sense, and I'm glad they took that away. I don't think they really need to add on to Nakamura's entrance. I think we're good enough at the Rockstar scrolling, so I think we can just stick with that. But as Nakamura was about to cut a promo, he pretty much said that hitting, Sami Zayn, knee to the face, John Cena, knee to the face, Roman Reigns, knee to the face, and at WrestleMania, AJ Styles, knee to the face. And as he pretty much went on to say knee to the face on everybody, he says he would be the new WWE champion. He pointed at the WrestleMania sign like everyone does. And then Kevin and Sami came out. As Nakamura, they talked on Nakamura, pretty much, 2 nights they were screwed out of being the first ever WWE co-champions. And they pretty much talked about the finish of what happened, and talked about there was victims, and there's a vendetta machine constructed by Shane McMahon himself. And Sami pretty much went on to say, yep, it says, Kevin's passion of this match, and they blame the referee for what happened, and that, AJ Styles pinned the wrong guy last Sunday at the Rumble. And, we are entitled to another title shot at WrestleMania, and another title shot, and like I said, it will be at WrestleMania. As Nakamura pretty much he did respond. He says, AJ Styles, winner. You two, losers. Sami and Kevin got pissed. AJ Styles came out then, and he talked about they just kept whining and complaining. And, tonight, me and you have to face a WrestleMania, but tonight we can have the dream team, as AJ put it. And, it's going to be a dream match tonight, us versus you two. But pretty much Sami and Kevin were like, nope. And then they came back and said nope. And then AJ and Nakamura knocked them off the ring. And I'm sure it will be a match later on tonight leading into that. But Shinsuke, his promo's alright. We know he can't speak a lot of English, but close enough. It was good for what it was. At least this time it wasn't Shane and Daniel Bryan arguing with each other at the beginning of the show this week, going, what's going to be Shane McMahon's reaction? What's Daniel Bryan's reaction? Why does we have to get a reaction from both of these two every week in this very long feud for some reason? But then after that, Daniel Bryan was talking to Sami and Kevin, and you know what? No one, you two are going to face AJ and Nakamura tonight, but it's Sami and Kevin complained there was injustice. We deserve another chance at the WWE title. And Daniel Bryan says, yes, I got it. And here's what's going to happen. It's going to be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at Fastlane. And whoever wins will face AJ Styles at Fastlane. I don't know if I said those words right, so let me re-say them again. They will face each other next week on Smackdown. And then they will... whoever wins faces AJ Styles at Fastlane for the WWE title. Next was a Fatal 4-Way match. Jinder Mahal, Kofi Kingston, Zack Ryder, Rusev, Bobby Roode was on commentary. Big E's throwing pancakes at Corey Graves for some odd reason. And pretty much all of the people that were their managers out there were pretty much gone after that. Were thrown out of the match. The New Day was out there. Aiden English, one of the Singh brothers, since the other one is hurt, and we're gone. Here's a question I will say: why the fuck does Zack Ryder get a title shot? Any type of title shot? Literally, he already lost to Mojo, and I know most of these guys lost in this tournament too, except for Kofi and Rusev were never in it. But Zack Ryder, why is he in it? Like, I had no really type of way in my mind Zack Ryder was ever gonna win this match. Yes, Rusev Day was over, and then Rusev Day chance, and him and Mahal kind of worked together for a minute. I know he was about to get a double accolade into the mat, a double accolade, but I think it was on Kofi and was it Jinder or Zack Ryder? I think it was Jinder, but I believe Ryder broke it up then and stuff. Yeah, after the double. Yeah, the double accolade after that. The match pretty much kind of nearly ended. Ryder hit a Rough Rider on Mahal, and Kofi went for SOS on Rusev, but Rusev dodged it, hit him with a kick, and then the accolade, which pretty much went quick, and Rusev won, which next week he will face Bobby Roode for the United States Championship. Wasn't much to say. He just looked at Roode and pretty much I guess looked at them just for next week for the title then, since they had to pretty much stare at each other after that. The Usos were backstage and had blue text, which we're gonna see a lot of these blue text, like, you know, subtitles in the ring, and, you know, for matches, which they're in the back with a gate behind them. Talking about they got the tag team vision on lock, and they're gonna be out next. Which, once again, we saw a lot of these promo videos where we had these Snapchat 10-second videos like last night on Raw. I don't know why we keep doing this. Daniel Bryan, which announced some type of top 10 ranking system for SmackDown, which everybody, all the wrestlers, they just get to vote who should be at the top, and he said on the locker room leader or performance or what they do, which I really don't know how this works. It's a good idea. I guess it's a good idea, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Talking about these top 10 lists they're doing, and they you know, they'll get to choose who deserves a future opportunity at any type of match or any title pretty much, but they cannot vote for themselves. I don't know, maybe it's depending on how it's executed. I'm not really sure on this idea yet. Maybe I'll give it time, but right now I don't really know what to say a lot from this, other than they just made it. And like I said, with the Snapchat videos, we saw a lot of those tonight, like I said, with Daniel, and then Rusev and Bobby Roode. Pretty much Roode right on a calendar. So I'm not really sure about these whole top, you know, these 10-second promo, like, Snapchat videos they keep doing. Fashion Files were allegedly taking over the social media all day with the Ascension, and Benjamin Gable pretty much said this is embarrassing, but Bree says, you know, it's not as embarrassing as you two losing twice to the Usos at the Rumble. And then they made a match later on the night, but the Usos cut a promo, which this was a great promo, by the way. This is really great. Like, you can tell the Usos have just evolved, like, big time. And this is the city of brotherly love, and the crowd showed some love for the tag team champions, and they swept Gable and Benjamin, and they had the tag team division on lock, which they had a cell, which another crowd, you know, they had a lock kind of going on, which, you know, was like a cell after they kept saying lockdown, which the crowd, by the way, this crowd sucked. I'm not sure if they're just dead because of the very long weekends this NXT and TakeOver and Rumble. They used all their energy there, but this was kind of a point in time where they just did not react, and, you know, they named all the tag teams the New Day on lock, American Alpha 2 on lock, the Bar, they ain't even on this show, but we had them on lock, Brazango lock, everybody on lock, Hype Bros lock. They struggled with life and, you know, trying to keep the Usos down, but they was out for each other, and we struggled together and stuff. That's like the best tag team in WWE, alright? And it can be anybody, anyone can get it, alright? You want some, not calling John Cena, but hey, come get some, run up. So if they want some, you know, we right here. Any brother tag team, what's good, pretty much. Calling out the challenge. Next thing you know, the Bludgeon Brothers, which they'll probably be the next challengers anyway, to kill some jobbers and stuff, and I don't know. Then again, we've seen these teams face each other in the past. They're just now in a different, you know, I wouldn't say, well, I guess gimmick, but a different outlook nowadays. Harper and Rowan, they faced them when they was in the, Wyatt family. Now they just this whole Bludgeon Brother War Machine 2.0 type of deal. And the Usos, pretty much some street niggas at this point. But they one of the best damn tag teams around here in the WWE right now. You can't lie about that. Ty Dillinger talked to Shane McMahon what happened last Sunday at the Rumble with him being taken out. But Corbin demanded Shane do something about this, saying he wants another title shot. But Shane wasn't going to give it to him. He says, "You're McMahon, right? So do something about it." Dillinger pretty much told Corbin, hey, at least I didn't lose my Money in the Bank briefcase, which there will be a match later on tonight. Charlotte came out, talk about the historic first first Women's Royal Rumble, and said she wished she could have been on the go against those legends. She wished she could have been number 3. But then she talked about the whole Ronda Rousey thing and being in the ring with Asuka and Alexa Bliss, and that, she's going into WrestleMania as the Smackdown Women's Champion. Next thing you know, you got the Riot Squad out here, which they just lost so much momentum at this point. Ruby Riott was cutting a promo saying Charlotte's ego's as big as her dad's, and of course she would have won the Royal Rumble. And she's been through this stuff with every stage of her life, and that Ruby Riott is an original. Charlotte is just a cheap imitation of Ric Flair, and Charlotte, the insurance got in her face, but then next thing you know, Charlotte took all of them out until they pretty much got the numbers game on and hit with a Riot kick. After they beat up Charlotte, Carmella came out then and was about to cash in the briefcase, which actually got somewhat a decent pop as soon as she handed the briefcase to the referee, which we almost thought would be a cash in. And she kicked Charlotte to see if she was still alive or not, to make sure she was dead. And pretty much after that, Carmella was about to go in at Charlotte, but Charlotte dodged it and she accidentally kicked the referee out, and she tried to get the referee up. Charlotte made it back to her feet, but then Carmella says, not today, another time, not today, we'll do this another time. AJ talked to Nakamura in the back, which Nakamura just kept saying, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. And Styles says, stop messing with me. He says, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. You serious right now? I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. Just kidding, but all you gotta do is listen to me. So, yeah. But, will she try to will Carmella try to cash in again? I don't know. Baron Corbin went against Ty Dillinger, where the crowd got restless that they started chanting for Mike Chioda, a very small Mike Chioda chant, and then chanted Corbin, I guess, you eat Tide Pods for some reason. Which, that weird Tide Pod challenge is going on. Listen, the crowd didn't care, okay? This did nothing, alright? What did Corbin really gain? And Ty Dillinger, a guy who's barely on TV, that just still does his 10 gimmick, has not really gone anywhere either at this time. Like Ty Dillinger's barely even on TV, to be honest. It's like the only time we've seen him a little bit recently, other than the 10-second video last week. He never even made it into the Royal Rumble, and now, yeah, he faces Corbin and loses, which the crowd did not care. They really didn't. And then when Breezango versus Gable and Benjamin happened, that happened so quick, it was just dead. Another thing from there, Gable and Benjamin won, but just didn't really. I don't know. It's just. Nobody reacted. Like I said, the crowd could be dead from the long weekend, but they just did not care. They didn't care what was going on. Kevin and Sami showed dissension backstage. Look at the positives and negatives for next week, and talk about each other's failures and stuff. And we'll see what happens. Hey, at least I didn't get pinned. Hey, at least I didn't get eliminated from the Royal Rumble in 5 minutes. Says tell Sami he's not gonna fail tonight. But the main event, which I feel like we're seeing too many of these tag team main events, it feels like Teddy Long will be running this show. And it's somehow we interchange these tag team main events around with, mostly all 4 of these guys are here. Nakamura, AJ, Owens, and Zayn. So, many tag matches, and mostly showing the dissension of Sami, Zayn, and Kevin, which Sami looked like he just kind of fell back for a second as Kevin told him to come back. He came back after the commercials, the match kept going, but, Kevin told Sami to tag him, he did, which, they kept arguing with each other, and Styles knocked Owens into Zayn, which Sami Zayn left. Nakamura came in, pretty much took out Kevin Owens then. Owens tried to escape to Kinshasa, but AJ threw him back in, and needed Kinshasa after that. And then Sami came backstage and says, you know what? You know, we are partners. You know, this was the end of this partnership. Well, not the end of it, but Sami said it's not the end of our friendship, but this isn't about friendship. This is about opportunity. Kevin Owens has had many opportunities. He's been U.S. champion, Universal champion. I've got nothing. I don't want to be the best Kevin Owens' best friend. I don't want to be living in his shadow. Next week, I won't be his friend. I'm going to be the man that beat Kevin Owens to become the WWE champion. By the way, there was literally no build up to this other than tonight. They didn't even tell you weeks leading up to this. Like, hey, the match is next week, so we got to make, pretty much nearly break up these guys as quick as possible. Like, wow, really going to break them up already? Like, don't get me wrong, it's been since, October since they've been together, kind of teaming, had this alliance and stuff, but it's just kind of, it's just like I feel like they rushed it in a way. At a point, like it just feels rushed, and they had to do it throughout the night, so one can get mad at the other. And I guess now the dissension is now there between these two, and I guess they're broken up, but they really didn't take any time almost even leading to Fastlane, which they may still will. But into this match, they rushed this throughout tonight, just to make a rift in their whole friendship here and nearly break them up. So literally right after the Rumble also. So Sami Zayn just made it clear, like, hey, we're friends, but next week we're not friends. I want my WWE title shot, and I want to beat AJ Styles to become the WWE champion. So it's either me or you at this point, and that's where they just started breaking up with each other tonight. As for Smackdown itself, other than this very, very dead crowd in Philly, which, like I said, they probably burnt them out for the past 4 days. Was there really much to speak on other than maybe the promo in the beginning? I'd say the Usos promo, but the crowd didn't care. Carmella's attempted Money in the Bank cash-in. Rusev Day finally getting his shot for the U.S. title next week. But yeah, it's not a lot to say from SmackDown tonight, to be honest. It just kind of went by. It's like they really do a lot for both nights for Raw and SmackDown. Like, Raw had 2 big matches, but this should have been saved for a pay-per-view. But it just like both shows someone started to drag on in a way, and not really capitalize what happened after the Royal Rumble. But I'm not really sure how that's gonna go. So I guess we're in the road to Fastlane now. But they could have did more for the night after the Rumble. But hey, I may know, I may not know. We'll just have to find out and see. But hey, comment, subscribe, check out my reviews, especially like live reactions for the Royal Rumble and NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Like I said, both reviews are up online, so please check those out. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. And hey, just check out the show.